Good morning, my brothers. Today is November 29th, and so we turn to the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, for God's daily dose of wisdom. Sorry, this is a little bit late, guys, but it is what it is. So as I was reading through Proverbs 29, I got all the way down to verse 22. Before verse 22 just opened up and spoke to me. And it reads like this: An angry man stirs up strife, and a hot-tempered man abounds in transgression. Have you ever known somebody who's always got a short fuse? I have. In fact, that person was me for a while. I had to deal with my anger. And the way that I dealt with my anger was actually through reading through the book of Proverbs and reading all the different scriptures that talked about an angry man and hot-tempered, and equating it with being a fool, and then reading through and realizing all the various characteristics of a fool and the consequences of being a fool. And I decided that that was something that I did not want to be. I did not want to be identified as an angry man. Unfortunately, I taught my anger to my oldest son, and so he is one of those angry men, and he's still dealing with his anger even today, and we're estranged as a result of that. So the price for anger can be very, very high, and I'm unfortunately having to pay that price right now. But it reminded me of a verse in James chapter 1, verses 19 and 20 reads like this: This you know, my beloved brethren, but everyone must be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. For the anger of man does not achieve the righteousness of God. So many times when we get angry, the reason that we're angry is because we've been offended somehow. And when I look at the scriptures and I see the places where Jesus got angry, and he did. He got angry. He got angry at the Pharisees when they were trying to trap him and trip him up. He got angry at the money changers in the temple when they were stealing from the people. And the times that Jesus got angry were times when somebody was putting an obstacle or a barrier between the people and God. That's when Jesus got angry. It wasn't that somebody offended him, because there were plenty of occasions when he had opportunity to become angry as a result of somebody coming to him and offending him, but he didn't. He didn't get angry at those situations at all. The only time that he got angry was when he saw injustice happening between the people as a result of barriers being placed between them and God. It's an interesting lesson for us. And so my prayer for us is that we would follow the pattern that Paul has laid out for us in many of his writings, where he talks about taking one thing off and putting another thing on. And there's a section that talks about taking off anger. It's almost as if it's an exchange of clothing. And it is very much that way when we're talking about anger. We can put on anger and we can take off anger. If you've ever seen a situation where a husband and wife are fighting, and somebody's really angry, or it seems like they're really angry, and then the phone rings. And they pick up the phone and they start talking on the phone. It seems as if they can just turn the anger off with a switch. And so anger oftentimes is used as a tool to try and accomplish the things that we want. And what James is talking about in that particular verse is that the anger of man does not accomplish the righteousness of God. So the result is we have a choice. We can choose to be angry, or we can choose to put on the kinds of things that God is asking us to wear: grace, mercy, long-suffering, Those are the things that we can put on in place of anger. So my prayer for us is that we would wear those pieces of clothing that reflect the glory of God, and that we would set aside our anger, because it does not accomplish the righteousness of God. My brothers, I love you. I hope you have an awesome day. God bless.